Hey folks, welcome back to Heroic Elite Comics. In this video, gear up for a mutant showdown as we unveil the darkest secrets of Marvel's Deadliest X-Men in the pulse-pounding drama of Fall of X. We're entering an alternate reality where Madelyne Pryor, a clone of Jean Grey, took a darker turn. Madelyne, initially created to replace Jean, had a different fate in the main Marvel universe. She struck a deal with demons, causing chaos in the original Inferno storyline. But here, in this twisted tale, Madelyne from a universe saved during the 2015 Secret Wars now rules Limbo with a demonic grip. Unlike the Madelyne we know, this version is deep into dark magic and has lost all traces of her human self. She's essentially a full-on demon. Now, Nightcrawler in this story has undergone a similar transformation. Unlike the Nightcrawler we're familiar with, this version is entangled in black magic, embodying a dark and evil presence. In our previous video, Archangel, also known as Warren Worthington, was defeated and left for dead. The forces of Orcus, mutant hunters, took him to Madelyne. They hoped to use her dark magic to empower him and aid in their mission against mutant forces. Marvel seems to be drawing on classic plot devices like Days of Future Past and Age of Apocalypse, where mutants are pitted against each other. It's a nod to the past, bringing back familiar elements in a fresh storyline. Another key character, Alex Summers, also known as Havoc and Cyclops' brother, faced a dire situation. Severely injured, he was on the brink of death. The main Marvel Universe Madelyne, with a different tone to her magic, attempted to resurrect, or at least prolong his life. Magic in Marvel always comes with a cost, and this holds true in Alex's case. The specifics of the price vary based on the plot. For instance, when Doctor Strange sought absolute power during Avengers and New Avengers, by offering 100% of his soul, he couldn't fulfill this deal. Past encounters with black magic had corrupted his soul, making it impossible. Magic, it seems, always demands something in return. So, to sum it up, in this eerie alternate reality, Madelyne Pryor and Nightcrawler have embraced the dark side. Archangel is in the clutches of mutant hunters, hoping to exploit Madelyne's magic. Meanwhile, Havoc's life hangs in the balance as the main Marvel Universe Madelyne attempts a risky magical intervention. The character Alex Summers is facing some mysterious changes. We're not sure how significant these changes will be, but what we do know is that they will impact his superpowers. The team he's a part of includes characters like Azazel, who happens to be Nightcrawler's father, easily identifiable by his appearance. Then there's Zero, a mutant with the incredible ability to transform his body into almost anything, even merging into other people, like the robot version of Wolverine known as Albert. As the story unfolds, the team starts experiencing internal conflicts. This is because it's a mix of heroes, villains, and those in between, like anti-villains. Take Carmen Cruz, for instance. She's a newcomer to all of this, not fitting neatly into the hero or villain categories. Madelyne Pryor, usually a villain, now leans towards being an anti-hero. Alex Summers, closely aligned with Madelyne, supports her choices. Gambit, on the other hand, is more of an anti-hero and is skeptical about Madelyne's willingness to resort to killing. The crux of the matter lies in the disagreement within the team about Madelyne's action. Madelyne doesn't shy away from taking lives, even if it means wiping out a rogue group that attacks them. This approach raises ethical questions, especially for characters like Gambit, who feel it goes against the principles of the X-Men. Madelyne argues that extreme situations require equally extreme measures, challenging the conventional morality that could hinder their success. It's a philosophical debate within the team. Adding to the complexity, we encounter two new characters, Crawl and Valen. These individuals work directly with Orcus, a large organization focused on tracking down mutants. However, they form a sort of specialized team within Orcus, operating covertly and shrouded in mystery. There are hints that they might have ties to the mutant population, given their capabilities. Their primary mission is to track down and capture Madelyne Pryor. What makes Crawl and Valen stand out is their remarkable skills, though the extent of their power remains unknown. It's revealed that because Albert, the robot version of Wolverine, is, well, a robot, it allows Crawl and Valen to spy on Madelyne Pryor's team without detection. In this story, something interesting happens. Zero merges with Wolverine. It might sound a bit weird, but don't worry about that. The main mission remains the same for Madelyne Pryor and her Dark X-Men. They want to help mutants on Earth who are running away from Orcus or are stuck here, seeking safety. Madelyne divides her team into two groups. One goes after the Morlocks, and the other, led by Carmen, is assigned to find Marisol. Madelyne believes Carmen, being young like Marisol, could talk to her better than others, because Marisol might attack the rest. Now, let's talk about Marisol. She's an underrated character. The team, led by Callisto, goes after her. Callisto is an important character in Marvel Comics, particularly as the leader of the Morlocks. In the past, Storm defeated Callisto in combat but allowed her to stay as the field commander of the Morlocks to maintain honor and a connection between them. However, the Morlocks have had a tough time in the past, facing events like the Mutant Massacre. Back to the current story. The Morlocks are just trying to stay hidden on a boat, but things take a turn for the worse. Archangel, now modified by an alternate reality version of Madelyne Pryor, attacks them. Archangel has metallic wings again, and it's unclear if they are adamantium or a similar material. He effortlessly takes down 2 Morlocks. Gambit and his team, including Gambit himself, try to respond, but there's a challenge when dealing with Warren Worthington, also known as Archangel, who can fly. Normally, Warren isn't a big deal power-wise. He's rich and helped fund the original X-Factor team. However, as Horseman Death, his wings were replaced with metal, making him a deadly opponent, especially against non-flyers. It's like facing an attack from a helicopter or jet. The team does their best to hold off against Warren Worthington, hoping Gambit can come up with a plan. Gambit's strategic mind is crucial in finding a way to deal with Archangel's aerial advantage. The challenge lies in countering an opponent who can attack from a distance with metal wings. It's a tense situation, but Gambit's experience and quick thinking may be the key to turning the tide. In Mexico, Madelyne Pryor, Albert, Alex Summers, and Carmen meet Marisol, a powerful mutant with the ability to control plant life. Despite her seemingly modest power, Marisol's abilities allow her to manipulate plants to create various effects. For instance, she can make plants emit pheromones that knock people out. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Marisol can grow plants anywhere, create new species by merging different plants, and unleash spores that induce hallucinations, strip powers, or alter perceptions. Though on the surface, Marisol's powers may not seem extraordinary, the right storyteller could make her a formidable opponent for any superhero team. During this encounter, members of the Dark X-Men experience hallucinations induced by Marisol's plant manipulation. While we mainly witness Mind's hallucination, where she learns about her cloned identity as Jean Grey, the overall impact is significant. Carmen approaches Marisol amidst the chaos, creating a connection. Marisol, using her powers, erects an impenetrable plant barrier. This act not only showcases her abilities, but also establishes a unique link between Carmen and Marisol. Marisol's disdain for returning to Koa, a place with shady politics and an Orwellian governing body, adds a layer to the narrative. The Quiet Council on Ko, supposedly for mutant welfare, turns out to be more about inequality and manipulation. Marisol, uninterested in returning even amidst Orcus hunting mutants, demonstrates a critical perspective on the political and societal dynamics in the mutant world. Throughout the Fall of X event, pockets of mutant populations worldwide are shown resisting or hiding, hoping for someone to save them. Marisol plays a role in keeping people safe, raising questions about the end game, a wait-and-see approach, or is there a greater plan? The uncertainty becomes Carmen and Marisol's shared predicament, especially considering their youth and lack of understanding about the larger mutant struggle. Carmen, the only person Marisol trusts, explores the local surroundings. While Marisol's protection keeps people safe, the overarching goal remains unclear. Is it merely a waiting game, hoping for a savior to restore normalcy? Amidst this, forces led by Gambit deal with Archangel, while an evil version of Madelyne Pryor sends out a Nightcrawler clone or Nightcrawler monster from an alternate reality. This twisted version adds another layer of complexity to the unfolding events. The demonic entity, unleashed through teleportation, goes on a rampage, targeting Carmen and other mutants at the direction of Krull and Valance from Orcus. Despite Carmen's valiant efforts to momentarily fend it off, it becomes apparent that the creature is on a reconnaissance mission. Its ability to teleport provides valuable information about Madelyne Pryor's team capabilities and reveals the location of a safe harbor. In response to the newfound threat, Marisol urges her team to leave, emphasizing that their presence has made them a target. Madelyne, refusing to acknowledge potential mistakes, decides to withdraw her help. Orcus, unfazed, shifts its focus to someone close to Madelyne, Ben Reilly, a Spider-Man clone. The looming question arises: what happens when a Spider-Man clone, equipped with all of Spider-Man's powers, becomes a target of Orcus and is used as a tool against Madelyne Pryor? This twist adds a layer of intrigue, posing a scenario akin to Spider-Man turning against the X-Men. As the situation unfolds, the Fall of X storyline takes unexpected turns. The complex dynamics between the mutants, Orcus, and external threats intensify, leaving readers eager to discover the outcomes of these confrontations. With these developments, we conclude our exploration of the Fall of X storyline. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like my video. Those tell YouTube that more people should watch my videos, and hit the bell so you will get a notification as soon as my videos post.